All right, let's get the show started!
Ian Machado Garry has advice for Leon Edwards: I'd be retiring. Ian Machado Garry has a solution for Leon Edwards' recent struggles: hang him up. The 27-year-old welterweight contender, currently ranked number 5 in the MMA Fighting Global Rankings, was asked for his opinion on the struggling Edwards during an interview with talkSPORT. Edwards, 33, suffered an ugly fourth-round submission loss to Brady in the main event of UFC London this past March after being dominated for the majority of the contest. It was a stunning fall from grace for Edwards, who was coming off a title fight loss to Belal Muhammad at UFC 304, in which he also showed little resistance. Seeing the English star lose in a headlining bout in his home country was a strong sign for Garry that Edwards might need to walk away from MMA competition. "If I was Leon, I'd be retiring," Garry said. "He clearly doesn't have the love for it anymore. Clearly doesn't have the talent for it against the best young youth of the division. Just kick it in. Say you were a world champion, and go off into the streets of Birmingham, tell the people story of what was, not what is." Edwards has fought since 2011, and it took him 9 years to finally capture UFC gold. Despite his accomplishments, his recent back-to-back losses likely place him close to the back of the current contender line, with fighters like Garry, Brady, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Joaquin Buckley, and Michael Morales making waves inside the octagon. The welterweight title picture remains incredibly fluid, with Muhammad having dropped the belt to Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 315 this past May. Garry was the backup for that fight, and though he wasn't needed, he's confident he would have left Montreal with gold around his waist if the opportunity arose. "It should have come back in UFC 315 in Canada," Garry said when asked when he expects to fight for a UFC title. "That's the truth, it should have, but they decided to go with a guy who's been out for a year and coming off a broken arm and not being active for a year, but that's up to them as a business and they can do what they want. All I know is I was present for the world title fight between Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena in Canada, and had I fought that night, I would have a belt wrapped around my waist. That's what I truly believe."